And we're joined now via Skype by Taylor James, who plays the lead role in Samson, based on the Old Testament account of an unlikely champion chosen by God to deliver Israel. Thank you so much for being with us, Taylor.
My pleasure.
Could you get right into it? Tell us a little bit about your preparation for the role. How did you become Samson?
So after looking through all the source material and going into the screenplay, which is the film version, I had an opportunity to connect the dots between all the iconic moments that Samson is so well known for. And I needed to weave a thread of emotion which linked all the moments for him together to help me give an understanding of his internal conflict that he went through. His reluctancy was the main discovery for me. Samson was well known as this flawed hero who made a lot of impulsive decisions and made mistake after mistake after mistake, and I wanted to question why he made those mistakes, and I believe it was through reluctancy and fear, which we all face as humans on a day-to-day basis. So that was the emotional level for me, and then the physical level, well, that started many years ago. I'm no stranger to the gym. I had this vision to grow my hair and needed to maintain a physical disposition for iconic roles that I wanted to play. So I set my stall out many years ago and prepared so that when an opportunity like Samson would come onto my plate, I would be prepared for it physically as well. I made sure I kept a very lean disposition. Samson is renowned for his strength, but I thought it would be too obvious for audiences if Samson was the size of like an NFL player or constantly eating food and chicken and stuff when his people starve. So to link it with the story, his people are starving, he needed to be lean, and to make sure that the audience questioned where he got his strength from and that it came from God, I also thought he needed to be lean as well. So those were the two elements, the internal and then the physical element of preparation for Samson.
Sure, and of course he has the supernatural strength too. I wondered if there was any favorite action scenes in the movie that you were able to display your strength and that was fond looking back at shooting the movie.
Yeah, I think I remember clearly reading in the screenplay and in scriptures where Samson defeats 1,000 men with the Philistines,
Sure.
With the jawbone of a donkey. It was an epic scene to read, and it was an epic scene to film. Going through the choreography of the stunt training and working with the great team over in South Africa was a dream come true. And looking back, there's the big kid in me still absolutely loves that sequence, and I can't wait for my friends and family and the world to see it this week. It's going to be great. So yeah.
That's great. And you mentioned South Africa as well. What was it like shooting there?
South Africa was fantastic. The terrain, the climate, the landscape, it lends itself to the story of Samson and the timepiece in which we set it. It's so unspoilt, untouched, and it gives the audience that element of escapism. They go to a place that they've never been before, and I believe that that's one of the most majestic things about cinema and film, that we do get transported as audiences. So not only do we go on a journey of someone's emotional arc, but we also get to immerse ourselves in their world. So South Africa was the perfect location for that. It also gave us a chance to work with many wonderful, new, exciting energies of the South African people.
And if you could talk about the cast as well, you get some great actors with you and portraying.
Academy Award winner Roger Hauer.
Yeah. He's
just I described him the other day as a mercurial man. He's comedic. He's always throwing a wild card. As a performer, he was incredible to work with. He did his one or two really good set takes, which you expect from him, and then he delivers a wild card out of nowhere. And he just said to me as an actor, always throw the director something completely unexpected. And I think he's so well known for that. And then my mother, Lindsay Wagner, she's famous for The Bionic Woman, and she really is a superwoman and a super mum. She was kind and gentle, and to have that nature in her personality and her experience and insight within the industry, the professional, it was a perfect combination. We got Billy Zane, we got Jackson Rathbone and Caitlin Leahy, and yeah, and Taylor James. So yeah, it's a good cast.
It sounds great. I saw the trailer too. It looks wonderful too. You know, besides the entertainment factor, what would you like to see the audience take away from the film as well?
I would like each audience member to have some sort of unique experience, some individual chord that they strike within the film. There are many moments throughout its journey that open up that possibility, and I believe that that helps create a stronger chord with each audience member and character. So it can be, and that's what good art should do. It should open you up to that. I think the message, though, to come away from the film would be that God forgives no matter how many times we fail or make mistakes, yeah. And nothing's more clear in that with the moment of redemption from Samson. He makes all these flawed mistakes that we talked about earlier, but it's at the end when he is blind, he's lost his family, he's lost his loved ones, he's lost the respect of his people and his sight, that he ultimately sees clearest and has the moment of redemption. So God's willingness to forgive, I feel, is the ultimate message that resonates within me. But of course, I wouldn't be an artist if I didn't want people to have their own connection.
Sure,
you know.
Sure, yeah. Now the movie releases nationwide the 16th, so we encourage everyone to go out there and watch Samson. Thank you so much, Taylor, for being with us.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. We go right now to the rest of This Is the Day.